artist, and welcome back to Wright Tribulations. We're going to talk to Edward about the iris raised to the other woman. So we're going to present the profile, which are no profile at all, just Dahlia's silhouette. So yeah. Hey Edward, did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can be serious. Just the beginning told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was very young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right, I might just know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edward. Please. It was my first court case, 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Flawless, right? You know about the case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked on one of Maya's old files from 6 years ago. I mean... Yes, Dahlia was the key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Flawless conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They were blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh, and this is when she entered in my life. The woman who tried to kill me. She's a real devil. So after Terry Flawless died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? There's no need. Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? What? Well, her metabolic process are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead? Edward. I only just discovered this, right, but I never knew about the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of BFA. BFA! At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been 6 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Oh my god, executed? Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock to you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can possibly be connected with this case. She's dead. Oh, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them, except for channeling them or possess you. There's no way to revive the dead. There's no way to revive the dead? I wonder. Is this you're not aware of other connections yet, Edward? And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia, Hathor's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Borger Faye, a spirit breeder from a branch family of the Kurashana technique. Did you say Kurashana technique? Do you know something about it? Oh yes, I know it's connected with the fraudulent spirit video. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 70 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of the murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's why they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium in the Master of her Shining School. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Yeah, sure. Go to the police reports. Police records room is all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you will know it. Of course. How could I forget? Ashworth was the victim in that case. Ashworth, you will understand someday. And then you will see that the Kurashana techniques is real. Aww. I had to check the ladder. Be careful, once night falls should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must handle her spirit. Leave everything up to her. What the hell? Her name is blah blah blah. She's our ally, the whole blah blah blah. Here's a picture of her. Use it. When you channel her, you know you can do it. Once this is blah blah blah, burn the blah blah blah. Also make sure not to tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the life fires of the Hades and bring our vengeance of fruition. Maybe once this is done, burn the letter and also make sure not to tell anyone about this letter. No, I can go to Dahlia. Oops, that was wrong. Take out the lock.
Take that!
And we just fast forward it.
Take that!
It must be her twin. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Aris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? That's right, Dahlia Hathor. A woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew her. Very impressive, right? But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now. Is there second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder? It was your twin sister, Dahlia Hathor. But you said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? There's a Shani dojo, a training ground of the Kurashana technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you have been trying to hide from me. Ah! on that night. As soon as he heard it, I was spotted at the theater. I knew it was my sister. The other half of me who passed away last month. You suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw in the temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why did you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. Excuse me? Because I must get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can do it again. You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I had to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It was her entire destiny. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her. How did you betray her, Iris? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful. But I promised that I help. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on her father. Revenge? What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. She threw her mother away and then sent her to hell. Her mother? She must be talking about Poor Faye. Her mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Faye family. The May family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his spell backfired, because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as Master Wright. That would be Mr. Faye, Maya's mother. But before long, the credibility of the courage hit rock bottom. The new master, Mr. Faye, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After it happened, our father took me and my three sisters away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said that it was a high hick dive and that he would have no reason to stay here. There. That's when you came here to Hasukura Temple? Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. Oh. And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master seed stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I hear she's been very battered, spiritually and emotionally. I think I finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. I have asked everything I can in capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fae clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I wanted you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister Dahlia Hawthorne poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. The college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. Poor Phoenix. Oh, I see. Thank you for your help. Hurry up, Phoenix, Wright. There's still much to investigate. Leave this looks to me. I will open them for you, I promise. Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Poor Cyclops. Look at that, they really did make the fire right in front of the shack. Ah, Mr. Nick! Ah, you're too late, Nick. You came here for what? If you came here for one of our potatoes, we already polished them all of them. I think I pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding.
Take that!
Where's the letter?
Take that!
You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize this piece of paper. Paper? Ah, when did you... In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights up bell. I'm speechless, Mr. Nick, you're amazing! These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me? I know. As you can see, a large portion has been burned out, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking this into account the order of the note and the purpose of writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. The person you were trying to channel that night, Pearls, was... Dahlia Hawthorne.
Take that!
It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name of that was in the letter. Ah! It's just as suspected. It was an Iris' sister bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about about the Pearls? Do you know what kind of woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls? Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote the set of instructions for you to follow? Iris? Oh, thank God it wasn't Iris. This is the person who wrote the instructions, right? I don't trust you, Mr. Nick. Oh, thanks. But I don't think I can trust you anymore. Ouch, Pearls sure can be blunt when she wants to. Or I think someone who Pearls would trust, no question asked. There can be many candidates for that post. Next name?
Take that!
No! Her mother, but she's in prison, is she?
Take that!
What? Her mother? But how? Did she send a letter to Pearls or something? Pearls, I had to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what this instruction meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. Well, that's why. How did you? I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Margaret Faye. Alright, Pearls. It's time you start to defend the truth. Tell me the truth. Why is she holding back from me? Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this. I don't underestimate me. It's just because I'm shy. Huh? If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I didn't see the proof. What? Because I don't think you haven't any. She did say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess we have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing I should do. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out those instructions on the night of murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you. I knew it! However, I do know that whatever it did, it was a child. Huh? How do you know that? It could have been adult. No adults would have made a simple mistake like that. A simple mistake? What do you mean by that? I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you were given, but you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. I didn't know what I want to say, huh? I don't think it's me who made the mistake with the next to you. Oh, okay. No, I understand. When she read the letter, she thought it was gravy. She was supposed to smush the poster in gravy. So that must be the mistake. Yeah, I knew it. Smush gravy in the picture of the Master Coolrain village. It was you who splattered gravy on the hanger scroll, wasn't it? Why would you do something like that? Do you remember what was written in this letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to first fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right? I didn't know that! But remember the conversation you had with Miss Dexter on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to! I'm not very good at reading. Well then, would you like to practice reading with me? Miss Liz, so for example, how do you read this? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Sure, Miss Dexter taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she said didn't teach you. But what she didn't teach you is what it meant. Gravy sounded like gravy to me. Gravy sounded like gravy to me, and the roast is not a thick of food. That's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in the gravy from that nice pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. I didn't even manage to burn the letter properly as my mother had asked me to. Sort of simple thing. I couldn't even do it right. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of leftover gravy. The gravy? I saw the picture of the hanging screw near the second cupboard. I was sure it was the master of Kuran, like I said in the letter. I see, and then? Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area. The guest area? Yeah, I thought I could wait till the training was over. Why did you just go to a training hall? Because Mr. Maya's main training had already started, I couldn't interrupt. So I stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then Pearls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it. Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep all the time, waiting for Iris to it happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped there in the temple. Yes, when I woke up it was morning. I tried not to cry, but the skirmish wasn't there anymore. There was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw a letter into the incinerator that they heated up. Then I heated up the leftover gravy and I let off some steam by shocking the grave over on the screw while you cried. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what he likes. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school too. Don't equate something so trivial with your experience, Larry. It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights of bell, you must channel the spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard a bell ring. Sure, learn how to speak. I tried, but I couldn't do it. You could do it? I never failed a channel before. This is the first time it's happened. I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Oh, don't let it go. Don't let it go down on you, Pearl. It won't work out. If you want to try, I'll go fly through the sky for you. Whoosh! Just like that. So she's never managed to channel her spirit. Is that why you think your spirit powers are gone? Yes, I don't know what to do. Is there any other explanation for why your channeling you couldn't channel a spirit? I suppose there's one other possibility. It's very likely though. Could you please tell me what it is anyway? You could have believed someone else was already channeling this spirit. Someone else? What do you mean? There's only one of each spirit, right? Yep, that's like the garlic. You can see a hot chick if you're not taken. If she's not taken. Then that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a failure. I couldn't even get my mother's final wish. Her final wish? Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it. My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary. Yeah, I know, Pearls. I visit her every month. And last month she told me... Oh, she visited mother. What was her voice again? The time we have waited for Har's come, parent. There's something I need you to do for me. I had a letter for you at our home before you brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's very good for As a good of the Fae clan, my angel, you will be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully, and I will tell you where the letter is hidden.
My mother is always nice to me, and love her very much.
Yeah, moms will do anything for the kids, right?
She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mr. Maya is part of the Fae clan, so he has to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Miss Nick?
I guess so, yeah.
There was a picture with her ready to do.
A picture?
Of his early Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time...
Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry is anything about this stuff. Knows about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about this letter. The seal on this proper again. As if someone else already opened it once before.
That sure is pretty strange. Someone has opened it already. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother's watching over us. So sure Mistake Maya will be alright.
Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Ha! Finally figured out, have you tried? You have finally realized how terrible for crime being painfully oblivious is. Goro! The address of the sacred cavern looks like a freaky puzzle workshop shop. I guess you talk about Iris and the lock-breaking effort, but it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because my Fae isn't coming back. What? What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect your pride. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fae. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realized that, but you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. Wow, that's a new tune. But I didn't know anything about what's going on. Ha! What did you say, Wright? Being oblivious is a heinous crime itself. Tomorrow. We will settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all.
Mr. Nick? Is what that man just said true?
It will be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You will see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know we trust you, Miss Nick.
So sad music. My dear Pearl, you done us so well, my child. My Pearl. It's better that you don't know. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the May family is no more. No, you are to take the place at the head of the Fae family. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay guys, I had to end this episode. Oh my god. We are finally beginning the trial of Iris. With Phoenix this time and Goro as prosecutor. Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many new information about the Fae family and all the clan and new information we didn't knew about before. Oh my god. So yeah, we're going to begin at the trial next time, so thanks for watching, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you liked it, and thanks for support always, it really helps me a lot.